Welcome, everyone. My name is Mahvash Navazesh, and I have the privilege of serving as Executive Associate Dean for Academic, Faculty, and Student Affairs. Dean Sudan, unfortunately, is under the weather, and to much of his disappointment, he is not available to be here today. However, he sent his love and he congratulates you all from the bottom of his heart. So I would like to take this opportunity to ask everyone to give a loud applause for the graduating class of 2023. You can go ahead and be seated. Graduates, today marks the completion of what has been a time of tremendous personal and professional growth for each of you. It also marks an incredibly exciting moment for you as you take your first steps into your professional careers. Graduating from this school and entering this profession are privileges reserved for a very select few. You are part of that elite group. You have earned the certificates and degrees you are about to receive through your talent, ambition, and hard work. And for that, we all are so proud of you. For 126 years, the Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry of USC has shaped the dental profession. We have developed the science, set the clinical standards, and educated the dental professionals who lead the field. Much of this success comes from the dedication of our faculty members who are committed to educating you to meet the demands of tomorrow's dentistry today. Graduates, please take a moment to thank your instructors, mentors, and your soon-to-be colleagues. I would like us all to recognize another group of individuals who have stood by you throughout your dental school journey. Joining us today in the audience are the parents, grandparents, the significant others, children, friends, and extended family members who have supported you through all the stress and challenges of these past few years, and today are bursting with pride. Please join me in a round of applause to acknowledge the family and friends who have helped bring you to this moment in your life. Graduates, we at Ostrow are tremendously proud of you. It has been a privilege to witness your personal and professional transformation. You came to us with raw talent, unrealized potential, and a true passion for dentistry. Over the course of your study, you have been forged into competent, confident dental professionals. Your class has the dubious distinction of being one of the few in Ostrow's history to have completed your education during a global pandemic. Even during the most ordinary of times, dental school is incredibly tough. But that you were able to get there, having experienced the upheaval caused by COVID-19, is a testament to your strength, resilience, and perseverance. I hope you keep that in mind throughout your professional lives. You not only survived, but thrived during a global pandemic. You are an unstoppable force, and there is no challenge life throws at you that you cannot overcome. I also hope your time at Ostrow has engaged in you a devotion to giving back to your community in a big ways and small. There were many opportunities during your studies to give back, whether it was providing treatment to underserved communities in our mobile clinics, or traveling with the dental humanitarian outreach program, or treating unhoused individuals at the Union Rescue Mission. You have seen firsthand the power you have as an oral health care provider to make a difference in the lives of others. Carry that spirit with you in everything you do. If everyone gives back just a little bit, the world can become a much better place. I also hope you will remain curious. There are so many opportunities at Ostrow to take part in research. Whether it was volunteering in one of our labs or preparing a poster for Research Day, you have seen the importance of curiosity and becoming a lifelong learner. Stay open to new ideas, continue to read up to research and learn new technologies. Maintain a nimble mind and a spirit. It will take you very far in your life. Finally, I hope you will stay connected with your alma mater, whether it will be coming back as a volunteer faculty member, staying active with the Century Club Alumni Association, which you all are part of now, or sharing a class note to Trodent. We want to hear about your successes. I can tell you, as an educator, there is no greater reward for the faculty members who have mentored you along the way to see your success in life, which I'm sure will be abundant. I would like to once again congratulate you all and remind you to always fight on. At this time, I have the honor to introduce our today's featured speaker. Dr. Lourdes Baez de Conde Garabanti is a distinguished professor in population and public health sciences at the Keck School of Medicine of USC, where she also serves as the Associate Dean for Community Initiatives. Dr. Garabanti holds a number of leadership positions across Keck, including being the Associate Director for Community Outreach and Engagement at the USC Norris Comprehensive Cancer Center, the Director of the Center for Health Equity in the Americas Keck Department of Population and Public Health Sciences, and the Associate Director of the Southern California Center for Latino Health, a joint venture between USC and CHLA. Dr. Garabanti is a prolific researcher with a long history of successful NIH funding. She has been involved with 8 NIH-funded centers and published more than 200 impactful publications in scientific journals. Her research focuses on the social determinants of health and the elimination of health disparities among Latinos and other priority populations. Areas of her research have included tobacco and drug use among adolescents, obesity and physical activity, cervical cancer screening, and HPV vaccine uptake, and COVID-19. Dr. Garabanti recognized nationally and internationally in her field and has been honored with numerous awards and recognition for her work, including a Humanitarian of Hope Award for the Celebrate Life Ministry for her work on cancer as well as Hands of Hope Award for the Lazarus Cancer Foundation. Distinguished guests, please join me in welcoming Dr. Garabante to the podium.
Well, congratulations, graduates. Woo-hoo, you did it. Today marks a very significant milestone in your life's journey, and I am very honored to have been invited to join you in this celebration by delivering this commencement address. I want to thank Dr. Navas and congratulate and thank all of your faculty who is here, your significant others, your friends, and your families who are here with you today. And I also want to acknowledge that maybe you may have had people in your life that couldn't be here today, and I want to acknowledge them in a special way, because they are also present in your hearts. Today, you're surrounded by the people who love you, who care about you, and who have believed in you, in your potential, and in all of your abilities. To quote Martin Luther King, the ultimate measure of a man or a woman is not where he or she stands in a moment of comfort, but it's where he or she stands at a time of great challenge. And you, the class of 2023, really stood strong. You exhibited tremendous resiliency and demonstrated an extraordinary ability to face incredible challenges with remarkable ingenuity, perseverance, hard work, and compassion. In speaking to Dr. Roseanne Mulligan, who told me a little bit more about you, I learned of your resiliency in getting through your scientific classes. And then you were faced with getting through practice in the middle of a pandemic. So many precious hours spent in Zoom, while at the same time, the entire school, your faculty, staff, and the school leadership, led by Dr. Adine Sedan, was ripping apart the clinics, had the ventilation systems redone, and obtaining N95 masks, booties, bonnets, goggles, full gowns, just to get you back engaged with what you love, and that was to practice dentistry. An emergency clinic was in operation by April of 2020, and the pandemic had turned what was supposed to be a smooth learning experience upside down. But you adapted. You responded to a constantly changing needs. You improvised, and you continued to provide that compassionate care to those individuals that needed you most. All this because of how much you care for the less fortunate, for the underserved, for your dedication and engagement directly with the people that you served. As we now move into the post-pandemic era and you embark in the next chapter of your life, I want to share some insights from my own life that I hope are useful to you. My own story begins, like that of many of you maybe in this room, as an immigrant. I came to the United States at the age of 6 years old and was fleeing a country at the time in tremendous political turmoil, the Dominican Republic, which was led by a dictatorship at the time. As a child, my parents were very active in our community, and they fought hard against poverty, discrimination, and devoted their lives to fighting injustices. They helped the poor and served the needy. My mother was a school teacher, and my father, though he had arrived here with an advanced degree, ended up with my mother sewing clothing in a local factory. Years later in time, after learning English and moving with great sacrifices, my father was able to purchase that same factory that he had begun at 20 years before. Thank you. I share that story with you today because it doesn't matter where you start, it just matters where you end. And as I think that it is this tradition that fuels me and fuels my passion and helps me come every single day to work. I do what I understand is my mission and the reason why I believe I came into this earth. And that is what you need to find as well. Through the years, this faith And this training that I received has taken me to develop and work directly with communities on the most amazing programs, including award-winning programs that help to eliminate health disparities. So I stand before you today to reflect on 5 key lessons that I have learned. 1, focus on your purpose. You have chosen a very noble profession that is essential for the health and well-being of your patients, your communities, and the country at large. You can alleviate pain. You restore functions. You improve people's quality of lives. You have made and can continue to make an impact among those around you. You've provided accurate and accessible dental care to all those around you. And you've shared information in an easy way to understand for those who are less privileged. You have worked on eliminating dental health disparities. Number 2, continue to be persistent. The persistency and resiliency that you have already demonstrated are really remarkable. Make these experiences be what fuels your passion so you may continue in your path regardless of what life throws at you. You are the class of 2023, the class that thrived and grew and just flourished in the middle of a pandemic. Even if life were to throw you in the future a curveball, you already know what it is to do with an unexpected circumstance, and you know that change happens. So continue forward with that same ingenuity, the joy and the hope, keeping an open mind and a keen sense of humor, and be persistent. 3, be compassionate. You engage regardless of the risk in delivering the best dental experience for people in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. You face many challenges that only those who are in the front lines face. While everyone was staying home, you were out there caring for patients. You didn't let their poverty or discrimination, lack of access, lack of education, isolation, or even COVID stop you because you were filled with compassion. 4th, be true to yourself. Be true to yourself no matter what is going on around you. Clearly identify those values that have been ingrained in you as a child by your own parents and your grandparents that are here with you today. You have developed an incredible love for learning. Never lose that. I want to encourage you to never stop learning. The field of dentistry is constantly evolving and changing with new techniques and technologies, instruments, and new discoveries. And we won't talk about what AI could bring. So stay curious and seek out the opportunities before you, but never forget your values and the ethical principles that guide your profession. Just because it is possible does not mean that it is ethical. No happiness can be found if you do not believe profoundly that what you do is in tune with your sense of the deepest values that you have received as you were growing as a child and that you developed through your tenure here at USC. And 5th and last, never lose your sense of hope and wonder. So much is happening in our world today, and at times, I know, it can be very worrisome. We face a climate change crisis, a war in Ukraine, hunger, active conflicts around the world, the displacement of people, and in the US, a debt ceiling crisis. Amid all this, it's easy to lose our sense of hope and wonder. But do not forget that when written in Chinese, the word crisis is composed of 2 characters, one representing danger and the other representing opportunity. So in any crisis that lies ahead of you, you have already demonstrated that you have the resiliency and the ability to find new opportunities. Life in this planet is amazing. Although California suffered 31 atmospheric rivers from October through March, the result, as our president mentioned today, was a super bloom, truly striking, beautiful, and awe-inspiring. May your sense of wonder continue to fuel your curiosity and fill your hearts with hope. As you depart today as a graduating class of 2023, may you be inspired by a profound sense of purpose that you may have found at this university, and the determination to face the future with tremendous courage and boldness as you already have, and that you may elevate your thinking so high, that even through the thickest of clouds, you will see USC and the Fight On sign. And remember that there are amazing promises in the future for you and for your loved ones. Remember, success is not about achieving your goals, but also about finding joy and the fulfillment in the journey and those that you bring with you. You have already made a difference in the world. Go out there and continue to make your dreams and those of your community happen. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Fight on.
Wow, what an inspirational speech. One more time, let us acknowledge our speaker and her word of wisdom that will stay with us for the rest of our lives. Now I have the privilege of introducing to you our immediate past president for the Associate Student Body, my beloved Dr. Natalie Black.
Thank you, Dr. Navasesh. Hello, doctors. How are you? My name is Natalie Black, and I had the pleasure of serving as a student body president during my time here at Ostrow. It is a great honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the achievements of the amazingly wonderful class of 2023. I want to offer my congratulations to all of us, as well as our families and loved ones who have supported us throughout these past 4 years. As we bid farewell to the halls of Herman Ostrow and embark on our professional careers, I find myself reflecting on the lessons we've learned and will carry with us well beyond graduation. Now, I'm not talking about those technical skills we've acquired, like knowing how to drill a tooth, because hopefully that should be firmly entrenched in our minds by now. But instead, I'm referring to the fundamental life lessons that we've subconsciously learned each year, which have caused us to grow and evolve throughout dental school. Beginning with our D1 year in 2019, we began our dental school journey in sim lab, seated next to strangers. Many of us had never touched a drill before and knew little about dentistry. I still remember the agony that stemmed from shredding countless rubber dams, failing those 0.65 millimeter cavity preparations, and painstakingly sketching every minute detail of teeth for hours on end. In light of these challenges, I believe the most critical lesson we learned was the value of patience. Despite setbacks and failures, we persevered with patience, and with each repetition, we got better and better. And that patience carried us over to our second year. Just as we were building on our newfound friendships and honing our hand skills, we were presented with none other than a global pandemic, which leads me to our next essential lesson of resilience. Almost overnight, we were forced to take our hands-on profession digital with no tools or equipment to practice with. I still laugh when I think back on learning how to scale teeth using nothing more than a paper clip and a pencil on Zoom. But crazy enough, it worked somehow. We overcame major obstacles and proved that with resilience, we could handle any challenge that came our way. And this brings me to our third year. If we thought the pandemic was tough, no one could have prepared us for the challenges and the chaos that came with treating real-life humans on the second floor. So with patience and resilience under our belt, we made way for humility. I think the more we learned in clinic, the more we recognized how much we didn't actually know. We became increasingly self-critical, acknowledging our limitations and mistakes, and though it might have been frustrating bringing patients back 2, 3, sometimes 6 times to get that perfect crown preparation, we really came to appreciate the value of humility. Through our experiences, we learned to carry with us a deep respect for our patients and a commitment to lifelong learning. We began to develop not only as clinicians, but also as compassionate human beings dedicated to providing the best care possible to those we serve. So patience, resilience, and humility. That's a pretty excellent set of traits to cultivate. If we can take away just these 3, it would be a significant achievement, but luckily we're all overachievers in dental school, and there's one more, and that is community. While 4th year and graduation highlight our community, I believe it is valuable to acknowledge the enduring impact community has had on all of us throughout our entire dental school journey. We would not be here today without the unwavering support of our classmates, the dedicated staff here at Ostrow, our exceptional faculty, and of course, our loved ones. It is this support from our inner circle that has enabled us to make a positive impact on the broader communities that we serve. As we prepare to move forward and leave behind the familiar world of SimLab, the second floor, PBL, QA, infractions, EUs, and those high-priority, anxiety-inducing axiom messages, I urge us all to carry these lessons with us. No matter where our paths take us after graduation, I hope that we will each remember our Herman Ostrow community and the connections that we have forged here. And as we scatter across the country, we can take comfort in the knowledge that we are never alone. The relationships and support we have built will endure, and we will always have a home here at USC. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. Fight on.
Thank you very much. Now, I have the honor of presenting to you the class president for the Advanced Standing Program for International Dentists, or ASPID, Dr. Mona Albatnaji.
Thank you so much, Dr. Navazish. Hi, everyone. My name is Mona Albatnaji. I'm the ASPID class president for the class of 2023. As everyone knows, Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry of USC is highly regarded the first established dental school in Southern California. It is an honor that today we are graduating from a highly reputable school to move on with our lives and our careers as a US-trained dentist. This marks the beginning of our long-term affiliation with the school as alumni. The ASPID class is meant for overseas trained dentists. Our class houses graduate dentists from Afghanistan, Armenia, Brazil, China, Egypt, India, Iran, Jordan, Nigeria, Pakistan, Palestine, Philippines, Sudan, Syria, and Venezuela. We have developed close friendships and made school home away from home. We all decided to move to the US to improve ourselves, our education, and our career. We worked hard and chose Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry as our destination to start our career path. Despite our diversity, we came out at the end as friends, colleagues, and with a common inspiration, knowledge, and hope for a better future. When I look around, I can only recall how many of us have relied on each other to make it through the program. We supported each other during hard times and shared experience and knowledge. Please take your time to acknowledge each other and appreciate your support to each other. I would like to quote Chadwick Boseman once said, "Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose." So to remember that, unfortunately, Dean Sedan is not with us today. Hopefully he's watching us. So he once mentioned, deadlines are written on stone. He was strict with deadlines. He held us responsible for our requirements. And thanks to him, we learned how to be consistent and perseverance. Dr. Navazish, you were the mother figure through the class throughout the years. Thank you for checking on us and making sure that we maintain our health while we're going through the program. Dr. Solo and Dr. Duarte, thank you for organizing and supporting us through the clinical experience. I would like to thank all our preclinical and clinical directors, faculty, and staff that helped us through the program to allow us to improve ourselves. I believe many of my classmates would agree with me when I say our skills have improved dramatically working with them under their guidance. Our treatment coordinators, we would like to appreciate you for your hard works and keeping up with us. And last but not least, I would like to thank our group practice directors. Thank you for making sure that we hit the finish line all together and made it through the school. Most importantly, thank you to our families for the love, support, and help through the school years. We couldn't have done it without you. Today is a milestone. It tells you how far you've come. Keep learning, keep thriving, and keep trying and accomplishing. Congratulations, everyone, and fight on.
Thank you, Mona. Next, I have the honor of introducing to you the president of the DDS program that served the school, helped the school, guided the school to help the class to graduate in a timely manner, Dr. Abdul Rahman Al-Khatib.
That was fun. Good morning. My name is Abdurrahman Muhammad Al-Khatib, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be here today representing what I believe is the greatest dental class ever. The USC, woo, yeah, come on, a little bit more, okay. The USC DDS Class of 2023 was, to quote Farhan Hussein, a member of our class, very talented. So I don't know if that means a lot, but yes. After 4 long years of drilling teeth, we made it to the finish line together. Our dental school experience was anything but normal. Like billions of people around the world, we were all affected by the COVID-19 global pandemic. But we quickly adapted and we pushed through, and through all of the ups and downs we had, we still managed to have an incredible journey, and it's been an amazing ride. From our first class beach event that was hosted by Carol Farah, remember that? To the late nights practicing in SimLab, to the patient-doctor movies we had to make during our D1 year, to the Dell and Sayo parties, to class dinners, and of course to my 25th birthday in downtown LA. If you know, you know. And if for anyone planning on throwing a wild and fun graduation party, let Jane know she has $150 credit left. I'm extremely grateful to have had the opportunity to serve and represent you all during the last 4 years, and I'm proud to have stood among such bright and brilliant individuals. We've become a family and have always been there to support and uplift each other. I want to thank all the members of our associated student body for their hard work in supporting the needs of the class. Thank you to our 3 vice presidents, Kirolis Khalil, Amir Hussein Rahimdel, and Seja Feda. Now, I'm not going to say who was the best one. I'm not like that, but it was obviously Zach Mutter and Carlos. I also want to thank Dennis, Kristen, Talar, Isatu, and Austin for your hard work in supporting the class. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't acknowledge and thank the many faculty and staff at Ostrow, as they've been instrumental to our success during the program. There are too many people to list, and I was told I only have 3 minutes, so I'm going to try to speed it up so I don't get charged another semester of tuition. So on behalf of the class of 2023, I'd like to thank the facilities team, the entire admissions and academic affairs team, including Dr. Anna Chen, the radiology techs, especially Claudia Soto, the billing staff, the Office of Student Life, the dispensary, the IMS and dental assistants, and our treatment coordinators, Karina, Ophelia, Alex, Isabel, Liz, Tara, Joanne, Cynthia, and Brenda. And thanks to our first professor, Dr. Jinho Park, for providing us with the greatest introduction course. You are very tough on us because you wanted us to be the best clinicians and because you cared. I'll never forget that one time in Cardiology Lab during our first year when you told us to make a cylinder using composite. And I came to you really excited for feedback, and you said, in quotes, "Abdul, I didn't know you were trying to mimic nature. You decided to create Mount Fuji." That kind of hurt. Class of 2023, please join me in thanking all of our amazing faculty. Right here, if you could give them a round of applause. I especially want to thank our community service faculty, Dr. Santosh, Sunny, Nanelli, Rebecca Kim, Romo, Kathy Elizondo, and all the volunteers who have worked so hard to provide dental care to underserved communities across the state. We're very thankful to our group practice directors, Dr. Nasim Benbasat, Dr. Hilya Hushangi, Anthony Park, Jenny Sun, Dr. Abir Abdul Wahab, Dr. Ali, and the 2 I work with the most, Dr. Lisa Popkoff and Dr. Madden. Dr. Popkoff, thank you for being a mom to all the students and for showing us so much love the past 4 years. And Dr. Madden, thanks for making clinics so much fun, for making us laugh, for all the Harry Potter jokes, and especially doing screening appointments with you, like that one time when you told the patient, please move your tongue to the right and to the left and raise it up here. Abdul, look at that, your patient has a tongue. We're all better clinicians because of you. And I mean that. Lastly, I have to thank the administration. Dean Sadan, you're watching from home. I hope you feel better. Thank you for being the best dean and for spoiling our class with a dinner cruise, macaroons and lattes, a new sim lab, and even getting us a ping pong table that we never got to use. So, shout out Tigran. Thank you to Dr. Navasech for always advocating for students and for having our backs. You taught us to look at the glass half full instead of half empty. And you've been a mentor to me, and I'm forever grateful for your love and support during the last 4 years. So thank you so much. And thanks to Dr. Duarte for teaching us the importance of keeping it moist. The Denton, that is. And for your work in improving the school and our curriculum. Thank you to Dr. Solo and Dr. Tora for making our school run smoothly and for doing everything that you've done behind the scenes. And of course, on behalf of every student, I'd like to thank the parents and loved ones for your continued support, love, encouragement throughout our lives. We couldn't have done this without you. I'm almost done. I'm going to wrap this up. But thank you to Mama and Baba, my queen and king, which makes me a prince, just saying, for raising me to be the man I am today, for teaching me to be respectful, to be kind, and to love everyone. As a son of immigrants, my parents really worked hard to give my siblings and I the best life, and I'm very blessed to be the first family member to earn a bachelor's degree and now a doctorate degree. So, and of course, thank you to my sisters, Imana Abid and my brother Omar. And lastly, my favorite furry friends, my two very spoiled cats in Chicago, Nelly Furtado and Kuna. And I can't forget all of you, my friends, my family away from home. I'm forever grateful to have known you guys and to have worked with you all. And to end, I believe we're living in a very strange and odd time in the world. There's so much division and polarization in our country and around the globe. Violence and hate crimes are on the rise against minorities. We're living in a time where people are being canceled for sharing their opinions without being given a chance to learn and grow from their mistakes. A time where fact is assumed to be fiction and division is chosen over togetherness. So as healthcare professionals, as doctors now, it's our responsibility to set a better example for future generations. We must speak up for other minority communities when injustices occur. We must fight for equality and for positive change. Just because something doesn't affect you or your family directly doesn't mean you can't feel someone else's pain or struggle. God didn't bring us on this earth to hate each other. We were brought here to learn and love one another. When minority communities come together, when we speak up, defend, and join forces together, then we can become a powerful force for good and help promote a more just, tolerant, and accepting society for all people, regardless of our backgrounds. Again, it's truly been an honor serving as your class president during the last 4 years. I'm really going to miss every single one of you. I'll even miss sending out my weekly emails. I definitely will. I can't wait to see what kind of impact our class will have on the world, and I wish you all the best in your lives, and God bless you all. Fight on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natalie, Mona, and Abdul. On behalf of all the staff and faculty, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for choosing USC. We did learn with you, from you, especially during the unprecedented time because of COVID-19. And yes, the future will be bright, and never, ever forget, Abdul, that everything is going to be okay. Now it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Anita Tora, our Assistant Dean of Admission and Student Affairs. Dr. Tora will be announcing the conferring of degrees and certificate of the class of 2023.
We will begin with our USC Legacy members. These DDS graduates will be hooded by immediate family members who are also graduates of the Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry of USC. Dr. Irene Bu is being hooded by her father, Dr. Ding Bu, PhD in Craniofacial Biology, 1997. Dr. Joanna Flores Valdez is being hooded by her husband, Dr. Eduardo Valdez, DDS 2021. Dr. Blake Cleet Keene is being hooded by his father, Dr. Cletus Mark Keene, DDS 1989. Dr. Jacob Kohanoff is being hooded by his brother, Dr. Arjang Namanik, DDS 2012. Dr. David T. Lin Jr. is being hooded by his father, Dr. David P. Lin, DDS 1992. Dr. Callahan Richard David McDonough is being hooded by his father, Dr. Kelly McDonough, DDS 1984. Dr. Mark Papadopoulos is being hooded by his father, Dr. Michael Papadopoulos, DDS 1990. Dr. Zachary Sean Thompson is being hooded by his father, Dr. Sean Thompson, DDS Class of 2000. These doctors of dental surgery students are being hooded by their group practice directors. Introducing Group Practice A, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Abir Abdul Wahab. Dr. Noor Amer. Dr. Isaiah Amin Abdel Messiah. Dr. Ashraf Khalid Mahmoud Ahmed. Dr. Abdel Aziz Al-Farar. Dr. Benjamin Anowiya. Dr. Armen Pavel Arutunian. Dr. Maryam Isaiah Arshakian. Dr. Aida Dadashzadeh. Dr. Duke Hohen. Dr. Paige McDormand. Dr. Danielle Min. Dr. Cynthia Ranchel. Dr. Victoria Alexandria Rouse. Dr. Margot Safarian. Dr. Adib Mazen Al-Shalabi. Dr. Mandy Huen Wong. Dr. Marcia Veiland. Dr. Sarmat Yakuna. Introducing Group Practice B, hooding to be performed by Dr. Lisa Popkoff. Dr. Jose Acevedo. Dr. Mona Albatniji. Dr. Sunil Kumar Berageri. Dr. Grant Michael Christman. Dr. David Cohen. Dr. Sebastian Eric Darbuz. Dr. Renata Gias de Oliveira. Dr. Tina Dodangue. Dr. Kiroles Farag. Dr. Carol Farah. Dr. Jeremiah Hawk Farron. Dr. Ellie Judith Friedman. Dr. Aaron Nehemiah Wong. Dr. Deborah Jung. Dr. Brenda Mahdian. Dr. Pedram Namiranian. Dr. Damilola Osibamowo. Dr. Avina Molin Patel. Dr. Amir Hossein Rahimdel. Dr. Iris Yu. Dr. Anna Katarzyna Zurek. Introducing Group Practice C, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Mike Madden. Dr. Abdul Rahman Hamad Al-Khatib. Dr. Fatima Muhammad Iqbal Ansari. Dr. Crystal Barakzai. Dr. Cici Lu Chi. Dr. Doreen Alberta Koffler. Dr. Shutan Dong. Dr. Paula Andrea Echeverri. Dr. Jane Alexander Edwards. Dr. Ala Salah Muhammad Al-Amin. Dr. Aitemi A. Lete. Dr. Kayla Delia Frazier. Dr. Jacob Gurstein. Dr. Mayra Gutierrez. Dr. Javad Haydari. Dr. Farhan Hossein. Dr. Steve Joseph Hughes. Dr. Austin Youssef. Introducing Group Practice D, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Lisa Popkoff. Dr. Leah Seriani. Dr. Olutoyin Abelemose. Dr. Haig Atanasian. Dr. Nikki Jose del Castillo. Dr. Camelia Ibrahimian Payvand. Dr. Saja Walid Futta. Dr. Kenarik Giodakian. Dr. Carlos Henao Ortega. Dr. Feraz Hejazi. Dr. Maryam Noemi Khachaterian. Dr. Kyung Mong Kim. Dr. Matthias McAfee. Dr. Anush Golian Muqaddam. Dr. Jose Guadalupe Navarrete. Dr. Gurit Kaur Sandhu. Dr. Sarah To. Dr. Haiyang Yu. Dr. Pasand Ashraf Amin Youssef. Dr. David Azaghi. Introducing Group Practice E, pudding to be performed by their director, Dr. Nessim Bambasad. Dr. Haley Michelle Botwin. Dr. Catherine Claire Fruzetta. Dr. Jessica Marie Keiko Fukushima. Dr. Nak Hong Ha. Dr. Osahom Clement Izavige. Dr. Aravindan Karunakaran. Dr. Muhammad Tariq Khadra. Dr. Ki-Won Kim. Dr. Michael Kirolos. Dr. Mary Joy Reyes Lazaro. Dr. Insan Lee. Dr. Taban Milani. Dr. Saeed Urmaz Mohseni. Dr. Astrid Edith Noguera. Dr. Marcus Ochoa. Dr. Ryan Batuan On Pham. Dr. Colton Pearson. Dr. Xin Wang. Introducing Group Practice F, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Ali Makhmalbaf. Dr. Brian Acevedo. Dr. Rodrigue Avrand. Dr. Kristen Taylor Gallup. Dr. Jenny Hong. Dr. Hannah Hodges. Dr. Margaret Howe. Dr. Malak Kanbur. Dr. Kyrillos George Khalil. Dr. Amy Danby Kim. Dr. Kevin Anthony Lee. Dr. Joseph Lim. Dr. Chin Yi Lee. Dr. Hanato Limberte. Dr. Amna Masood. Dr. Carl Mewat. Dr. Iman Neil Frushan. Dr. Joseph Riley Reynolds. Dr. Candice Shahandarat. Dr. Maryam Gog Youssef. Dr. Yue Fang Zhang. Introducing Group Practice G, pudding to be performed by their director, Dr. Helia Hushangi. Dr. Lucero Barillas Guadalupe. Dr. Golden Ray Brockton. Dr. Brian Gonzalez Navarro. Dr. Jamie Ha. Dr. Jazal Enabi. Dr. Ju Hyung John. Dr. Kyung Min Christine Ko. Dr. Hyun G. Lee. Dr. Kiani Monet Ambro. Dr. Nicole Mehdian. Dr. Farzaneh Nasiri. Dr. Josephine Eva Obaseki. Dr. Nazanin Oliai Daneshgar. Dr. Ajay Pilla. Dr. Dennis James Petsiledes. Dr. Taylor Schmeltz. Dr. Sam Cole Sheridan. Dr. Brian Song. Introducing Group Practice H, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Jenny Sun. Dr. Brian Jing. Dr. Dain Audrey Kong. Dr. Clarice Lee. Dr. Aisatu Malekani. Dr. Talar Mardurian. Dr. May Mirzai. Dr. Bula Zakaria Adley Marcos. Dr. Burj Elijah Odabachian. Dr. Elliot Penhasian. Dr. Kevin Kwan Pham. Dr. Francisco Hernan Ramirez. Dr. Morgan Ritchie. Dr. Anik Sargesian. Dr. Hardik Shah. Dr. Gina Shaker. Dr. Sarina Soriano Taylor. Dr. Victoria Tao V. Tran. Introducing Group Practice I, hooding to be performed by their director, Dr. Anthony Park. Dr. Tigran Avdalian. Dr. Sharif Banoub. Dr. Natalie Noel Black. Dr. Jerome Insurp Cho. Dr. Yatzere Guadalupe Corona. Dr. Brittany Nicole Cortez. Dr. Ryan Moore. Dr. V. Fong No. Dr. Abiola Oladele. Dr. Bradley Michael Pelham. Dr. Stephen Rifkin. Dr. Julia Perfecta Rosario. Dr. Gelare Shams. Dr. Sneha Sharan. Dr. Kimia Shariati. Dr. Nylene Shur. Dr. Alan Zargar.
What's up?
There you go. We will now proceed with the conferring of the degree for Doctor of Physiology in Craniofacial Biology, being hooded by Dr. Jeff Chan.
Dr. Jonathan Amzaleg. Dr. Fatma Ahmad Al-Karbouche.
Hold on. We will now confer certificates in advanced dental education. Dr. Rafael Rojas, Program Director for Endodontics.
Dr. Madison Ivy Donaldson. Dr. Fatma Ahmed Al-Karbouche. Dr. Madison Ivy Donaldson. Dr. Vivi Han. Dr. John Kwan. Dr. Lisa Nguyen Lee. Dr. Yara Khalid Al-Maymouni. Dr. Ariana Alexandra Malik. Dr. Sai Hitesh Patadia. Dr. Pedro Ramos Munoz. Dr. Camden Lawrence Whitner.
General Practice Residency, Dr. Rebecca Dayanim, the Program Director.
Dr. Bianca Angela Miguel. Dr. Stephanie Fukawa. Dr. Sandy Wang.
Geriatric Dentistry, Dr. Roseanne Mulligan, Program Director.
Dr. Muhammad Shakil Akram.
Operative and Adhesive Dentistry with the Master of Science in Biomaterial and Digital Dentistry, Dr. Silas Duarte, Program Director.
Dr. Jordi Lina Prats. Dr. Wad Zain.
Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Dr. Nam Cho, Program Director.
Dr. Stephen Kelson. Dr. Jimmy Tung Nguyen.
Oral Pathology and Radiology, Dr. Parish Setlizadeh, Program Director.
Dr. Adele Mansouri Rad. Dr. Hiba Khorshid. Dr. Mohammad Masudian Kuzani.
Oral Facial Pain, Dr. Glenn Clark.
Dr. Amira Hassan. Dr. Rubina Sarah Mohammad Amin. Dr. Ranisha Patel. Samashima.
Orthodontics, Dr. Glenn Samashima, Program Director.
Dr. Amin Hartunyan. Dr. Amanda Brooke Israel. Dr. Suhi Moon. Dr. Judy Wynn. Dr. Elliot Schwartz. Dr. Andre Weisheimer. Dr. Carla Angela Nakpil Alvarez.
Pediatric Dentistry, Dr. Alexander Alcaraz, Program Director.
Dr. Carla Angela Nakpil Alvarez. Dr. Ami Qadia. Dr. Jeslyn Ina Grace White. Dr. Chilak Tifedi Chan. Dr. Jenny Kai. Dr. Kwa An Lee. Dr. Sonia Shia Lin. Dr. Christina Shin Yu Shi. Dr. Stephanie Ann Shimizu. Okay. Dr. Annie Ayoko Tsuchiyama.
Periodontology, Dr. Kian Carr, Program Director.
Dr. Mohammad Al Kriani. Dr. Jiaru B. Dr. Nathan Bob Ishui. Dr. Malia Wilson Hunter.
Prosthodontics, Dr. Cheryl Park, Program Director.
Dr. Estebrog Al-Rashed. Dr. Chen Chen. Dr. Alexis Ann Pawlik. Dr. Supansa Sivakorn. Dr. Alicia Zabalegi Marco.
Master of Science in Community Oral Health, Dr. Mina Habibian, Program Director.
Dr. Saima Latif.
Master of Science in Orofacial Pain and Oral Medicine, Dr. Glenn Clark, Program Director.
Dr. Marshall Freilich. Dr. Maheen Shafi'i Bafti Hafezi. Dr. Roberta Jarash. Dr. Amrita Kundu. Dr. Suma Nambiar. Dr. Stuart Nunali. Dr. Joan Wang. Dr. Nada Zankar. Dr. Salman Ahmed Nurani.
At this time, I'd like to ask the class of 2023 to please rise. Woo! Let me be the first to officially welcome you as the graduate member of the Herman Ostrow School of Dentistry of USC Century Club Alumni Association. Congratulations to graduating class of 2023. I'd like to now welcome back to the podium Dr. Mahvash Navazesh for closing remarks.
Everyone fights on, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Suman.
I'd like to call Dr. Jeff Chen from Craniofacial Biology. Dr. Jonathan Asher Amzakik.
So, do we have any latecomer? Have we forgotten anybody? Everybody's here, right? So, on behalf of the school, its faculty, staff, and patients, thank you for your hard work and commitment. At this time, I ask that all guests remain seated until the end of the recitation of faculty will lead the graduate out. Graduate, please follow the faculty the way in which you came in. Class of 2023, please stand to be acknowledged for one more time. It is my honor to say one last time, congratulations on your USC degree.